Okay, so in the last session, we have discussed about capture filters and display filters. In this session, we will discuss about like how to capture the packets on the remote server or remote machine. And second, we will discuss about the T-sharp commands. Okay, so first one is how we can capture the packets on the remote machine. Suppose you don't have any access to the remote machine, you are like just connected through the CLI of the remote server or remote machine. Now that remote machine can be anything. It can be any server, it can be any machine, it can be any Linux, it can be any Windows. So it can be any kind of machine. Okay. So in this session, we'll see how we can capture the packets on the CLI basis, like by using T-sharp on the remote server. Okay, then we will download the captured file in my system and then we can analyze through Wireshark. As you know that for the analysis purpose, Wireshark is wonderful. And for the, for the capturing purpose, T-Shark is fine. Okay, like T-Shark is good for that. So in this session, we will require two machines. That is first remote machine and second local machine. Okay. So for the remote machine, I will going to use my Linux, and for the local machine, I will use my Windows only. Okay. Now we need some requirements on remote machine as well as local machine. So in the remote machine, we need SSH server, that is like SSH server enable, and TCP dump. Okay, TCP dump or T-Shark, any of these installed. Okay, and a root access for that remote machine. And in the local machine means in Windows, I need a SSH client to connect to my remote machine through SSH service and my Wireshark installed to capture the packets, like to like analyze the captured packet. So for remote machine, I will use my Linux, and for my local machine, I will use my Windows because like most of the server are like Linux based. So that is why I am taking the Linux as a remote machine and local machine as a Windows machine. Now we have to configure the Windows first. So first we need SSH client inside my Windows. So there are some steps to install the SSH client on Windows. So what you have to do, you have to open the PowerShell and type these commands line by line. So here you can search for PowerShell.
Sometimes your voice is breaking, ma'am.
Sorry.
Breaking.
Right click and run as administrator.
Okay.
So here you have to open this PowerShell as an administrator. And then you have to type these commands line by line. So first one is this one. Okay, these are the official commands by Microsoft only. First this one, second this one, and third this one, and fourth this one, and fifth this one. So these commands will install the SSH client inside your Windows. And this for to service, like to start the service. And this command is for to make the SSH service on your startup. So whenever you start your computer or whenever you start your system, the SSH service will automatically start in your boot up process. Okay, that's why we are like using this command. You can skip this one if you don't want to like run the SSH on a startup. So you can like skip this one. Okay, if you want. Okay, otherwise you can like apply this. So this will like start the SSH service on your startup. Okay. Now this one is for the firewall rules. So here we have to like we have to make a firewall rule so that we can connect, like we can like make connection, like TCP connection through the remote machine. As you know, Windows is like the secure machine. That is why. Let me check my internet connection. One second. As you can see, my like data speed is fine. Can you please check your own internet connection? Like you can check your speed as well. Because here we can see speed is fine in like both download and upload. So can you please check your
I
connection?
can, yeah, I can, see the video, but only the voice is breaking.
Okay.
Voice is,
Now is it fine?
yeah, now it is fine, ma'am.
So here, let me start again. See, we need two machines. First, remote machine. That is here we need, and second we need local machine. So for the remote machine we need Linux, and for the local machine we need Windows. Okay, as you know that most of the machine are Linux based, like most of the server are Linux based. That is why we are taking Linux as a remote machine. So we will see how we can capture the packet on the remote machine, like remote server, to the local machine with the help of T-sharp, or we can say TCP dump. You can use any of these. The commands for TCP dump and the commands for T-sharp both are like almost same. But T-sharp is like the Wireshark CLI version, and TCP dump is another CLI utility. Okay, they are not same, but yeah, T-shark is like the part of Wireshark, and TCP dump is like another independent CLI utility. Okay, so here for the remote machine, we need SSH service enable. That is like in the Linux, SSH is like pre-installed. Okay. And here we need T-sharp or TCP dump installed. And here then we need a root access to connect to remote machine. Okay, okay. Rejoin, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Okay.
Now, is it fine? My voice is it fine? Is it
Yeah,
still breaking?
actually, I don't know, but
I'm sorry, you are not audible. Your voice is breaking too.
now,
Yeah,
now it is fine.
yes, yes, yes. So can you start now?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's start over again. So here in this session, we will see how we can capture the packets on the remote server with, with the help of TCP dump or T-sharp. So basically here we will see we need two machines, that is remote machine, second local machine. For the remote machine, I will going to use the Linux, and for the local machine, I will use Windows. Now for the remote machine, we need some like requirements. First is XSS server installed on your remote machine, which is like basically it is like pre-installed in Linux. And TCP dump or T-Shark, any of these tool is pre-installed. And second, we need a root access to capture the packets. Okay. And in the local machine, like in Windows, we need a XSS client. And second one is Wireshark installed. So here for the local machine, like for Windows, here you have to open your PowerShell and type these commands. So open your PowerShell, right click and run as administrator. Okay, and then copy these commands line by line. So first one is this one, second is this one, third is this one. Okay, as the SSH is like pre-installed inside my system, so I am not going to run these commands. So what you have to do, you have to open your PowerShell as administrator, then run this command first, second, and third one. Okay, and then you have to start your service SSHD. Okay, and then we are making in this command, we are making the SSH service automatic. Basically, when we start the computer, so we are making the SSH service to run on startup. Okay, so that we don't need to like restart the service every time we start the system. That is why it is like we are making the SSH service on to run on startup. Then here we are creating a firewall rule to create a connection from the to the remote machine. So here we are like creating a kind of firewall rule. So you have to copy this whole command and then you have to paste inside your PowerShell. Okay. Then these are the commands you have to install, like apply on your PowerShell. Okay. Then the SSH client will successfully installed in your Windows. After this, for the Linux I will use Kali Linux. Okay. So let me open this. Let me open it. So for the remote machine, I will use my Linux. Okay. And I will use Kali Linux inside VirtualBox. So here we have to start with the machine and then we have to write service SSH start to start the SSH service and status to check the status. Okay. So here we will try. So let's wait for the machine to boot up. Then here we have to open the terminal here. So first we have to check whether my machine, my local machine and my remote machine, both are on same network or not. Okay, here we can type ifconfig. So here my IP is this one, and let me check my Windows IP that they're on both on same network or not. IP config. So yeah, they are on both same network. Okay, then we can start the SSH service. So here you have to write service SSH start. So this will start the SSH service. Then we can check the status as well. Status. So here you can see this is active and running. Okay. Now here we have to create a connection from my local machine to my remote machine. Okay, so for creating the connection, we have to write SSH username of my machine and here then IP address. Okay, like this, for example, SSH username of my Kali Linux machine and at the rate and this one IP address. Okay, so here we can open the PowerShell from here, run as administrator. Then here we can type SSH username is let's say root at the rate and IP address of my Linux machine 1.36 and you have to write yes. Now password that is 12345 I guess. No, password is incorrect. 12345 is it? It's okay. It's okay. We can like log in via Kali. Password is Kali. So here you can see we are connected to my remote machine. So let's say this one is a server. So now we will not going to use this machine. Okay, so let this machine like remain like exit is. Now here we will use the Windows machine. Now here you can see the connection has been established. Now we have to type, we have to check whether the T-Shark or TCP dump is installed or not. So here we, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
Okay, so here we can leave this machine like this Kali machine as it is because this is my remote machine. Okay, now I will capture the packet on this machine through my Windows only. Now here you can see we have like connection has been established using SSH service. Okay, now we can start the capturing. So basically you can use TCP dump or you can use T-Shark. It's your choice. Okay, so here we can see how to use it. So first here basically we will use TCP dump because TCP dump is like pre-installed in each and every Linux server. Okay. And TCP dump is a CLI utility which is used to capture the packets on the remote machines. Basically, not on the remote machine, it's like a TCP dump is a CLI tool which is used to capture the packets on your machine. Okay. So basically, now here we have a remote access by machine. So here we can type TCP dump. Oh, the connection has been disconnected. Connect again. Here, 1 second. Let me check out the IP address again because I have to change my connection. 1 second. Let me restart my machine. So my IP is now this one. So you have to connect using this IP. So let me start the service SSH again. Now we can check the status as well. So it's now active and running. Okay, now IP is this one. So we have to connect via this IP. So here and close this. Now here we can write SSH and Kali and username at the rate IP address which is 172.1.10.3. Enter. Click on yes. And now IP password is Kali only. So here now we have a remote access to my machine. Now we can start capturing the pack. Okay. So for this first we have to type ifconfig. Okay, so here we have to check how many kinds of interface we have in my remote machine. So here you can see we have only one interface, that is this one. And this one is like loopback interface, which is of no use. That is for your loopback IP. And this one is my the main interface. So here we can write sudo tcpdum-i for the interface name. Okay, and if you are new to any tool, you can write tcpdum. Basically, let it become a sudo root user first, and then here we can type that is tcp dump -help. Okay, so these are some help of that arguments of tcp dump. So now what we can do, tcp dump -i for the interface name. Now in this my case, my interface name is ets0. Okay, and then -w. Now here we have to save a file. Suppose I am capturing on this interface. Enter. One second. Okay. Okay, so here capturing has been started. Now here you can see, let's generate some packet. So in my machine, I'm just we can ping any website, check if like TCP dump is working or not. So we can ping any website. So here you can see we have some packets, right? Basically, this one, and here you can see we have lots of packets. Now here what we are seeing, here we have applied TCP dump -i means your interface name, like in which interface you are listening on, and your interface name here. Okay, and here you can see the packet capture. Now we want to save this packet, like these packets inside any file. As you can see here you can see the time here. Okay, IP here. IP is like your source IP and your destination IP, and the port number used here. Okay, and then you can see the CPS number as well, acknowledgement number, window size, length of your packet, etc. Now we want to save these packets in any file. Because now here you can see we have the packets in the terminal only. And when we clear the screen, Control C, when we clear the screen, all the packets will disappear. So what we can do, we can type TCP dump -i, your interface name in which you want to listen on, like in which you want to capture the packets on, and -w to save a file. So let's name this file like anything, like test_1.pcap. And now this one is listening on this one. And when you let's pick any website here again. Okay. And here you can see the packets are generating, and these packets are saving inside this file. Okay. So let's Control C this. Okay. Now minimize and Control C this one. Okay. Now here you can see 23 packets are received while this filter. Okay. Basically 23 packets are captured. So here you can see, now how we can see, you can like cat the file name, which one, this one, test_1.pkf. And here you can see this one is like a pkf file. So what we can do, if you want to check out the file, so here you can see inside your home Kali, that a file has been created. That is the file name is test_1.pkf. This one, see. Okay. And when you open this, Now here you can see we have 23 packets. Now what we can do, we have to, now this one is like my remote machine and I'm not using my remote machine. I'm just showing you that the file has been created. Okay. Now for the remote machine, now we have to download that packet. Here you can see ls. Okay. So here you can see we have this file test underscore one dot underscore, where's the file? File name is this one, right? Test underscore one dot pkf. Now this file is on my remote machine. Now, and as you know that T-sharp or TCP dump is like best for capturing, not for analysis purpose. If you want to analyze, we can type here TCP dump hyphen R for reading the file and name of a file you want to read. That is underscore one dot pkf. Okay. And here you can see it will like display you the file, like the content of the file. Okay. And here you can see this one is like displaying the packets like line by line. And here you can see this is like a bit slow, as well as you can see the format for analyzing is not good enough. As you can see the time here, IP address, source IP, destination IP, flags here. So this is like not good for analysis purpose, right? So what we can do, we can download the file from remote machine to my local machine. Okay, so for that we need one more exe file, one more tool for Windows. So here you have to download this one pscp.exe file on Windows. Okay, as it is like pre-installed in like Linux or Mac, but we have to like install in Windows. So this one exe is used to download any file from the remote machine to your local machine. So what we can do, we can search for this one file pssp exe down this one. Okay, so I can click on this file here, and here you can see like you can control F and you can like search the file name pscp enter, and you have to download this pscp.exe file from here. Okay, just download it and leave as it is. After downloading, you have to run a few commands that are here. We have to connect again. Okay, so PSCP, the username that is Kali at the rate your IP address of your remote machine. Okay, and path of a file you want to download. Okay, so here we can apply the same. They have to like exit from this connection. Okay, exit from same here. Clear the screen. Now, basically, I am inside my system 32. So let's move inside my desktop. Okay, so basically, what's inside my. Okay, fine. Let's clear the screen. Let's move to ls cd to users ls cd to my folder ls now cd to desktop, so that we can easily find my file. Okay. So you can see these are the items on my desktop. So basically now we will run the command that is pscp. First your exe name, then Kali at the rate your IP address, which is like Kali Linux IP address 7.2010. Yes, it is 3. Yeah, it is 3. Okay, and then you have to put colon is this one and path of a file. So my file is inside the home Kali and name of a file that is test underscore one dot pkm. Okay, and end with this. Enter. Click on on yes. Password of the machine. See, 100%. So the file has been downloaded inside my local machine from my remote machine. When you do ls here, and here you can see test underscore one.pkm. Okay, so let's find on this one. Okay, so this is a file we have captured on the remote server. And now this file is inside my local machine. Now we can double click and open it using Wireshark. and then we can easily analyze it. Okay, so here you can see the same 23 packets, 22 packets around. And here you can see the IP address of Google as well that we're pinging using Google. Okay, these are just to the request packet. Okay, we don't have the response packet. Okay. So here this is how we can capture the packets on the remote machine. And second, we can download any file from remote machine to my local machine. Okay, and then we can use that file to analyze using Wireshark. So this one file is of the remote machine file. Okay, so this file contains the traffic of remote server. Okay, not of my machine. And then after capturing the packets of the remote machine from my local machine, and then we have downloaded the file, and then we can analyze it using Wireshark. Because Wireshark is good for analysis purpose, and T-Shark or TCP dump is good for capturing purpose. And suppose if you have a remote access to any machine, means you have a remote access means you have a CLI access. So on that you should know what kind of commands we should type to capture the packets, right? So is this is it clear? Any doubt here?
Can we try this using the T-shirt?
Sorry.
So here we are doing it through the TCP dump. So can we try it and test it using T-shirt?
Yeah, we can do this as well. So let's start the connection again. So here, let's open the. So here, what we can do, we can start the connection. So see the commands for T-Shark and TCP dump both are almost same. So SSH, Kali, and let's start the connection first. Okay. Now let's become the root user as we have to become a root user, and then we can type T-Shark. No, first we have to check for the interface. Okay, and even we have one more command for the T-Shark. First we can type T-Shark --help. Okay, so these are some arguments or you can say flags or options we can use with the T-Shark commands. -I for the interface, -F for the capture filter. Okay, monitor mode, etc. So here, there's one more, I guess, is one more command for displaying the total number of interfaces inside a machine. That is, I think -D. So here we can try that one. T-Shark -D. Yeah, so these are the interfaces present inside my Linux machine. Okay, so Wi-Fi, this one is my main interface. So we will capture the traffic on this interface. So you can type T-Shark -I, and here you can use one index number also, or you can use the name of the interface also. So it's your choice what you want to use, the interface name or the index number of that interface name. Okay, and enter. So zero packet capture. Why? Okay, so we don't need
Capital I.
to run this as a root user. So we can exit from the root. We can start T-Shark again, -I, and interface name equals 0.
Ma'am, I should be small, I guess.
Sorry?
I guess we should use small I. No, not there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, small I. So here, let's generate some package on the machine. So let's ping any website JNtech. I think there's an issue with my Palo Linux machine. That is why it is keep on losing the packets. Okay, so here you can see we have a packet here. Okay, so these are some packets, and again we can save it to any file. So Control C here, 41 packets captured. Now same we can apply with the -W to save this file. So let's name this anything test_second.pkf. Now let's generate some packets again on a machine using. Basically, I think there's some issue with my machine that I will see later. here let's control C, and here you can see we have 74 packets, 76 like. Okay, and now we can press control C here. And when you like keep on pressing the control C, this will like refresh these numbers. Okay, now here you can see we have 113 packets inside this file. Okay, now if you want to check that file has been created or not, you can press ls test underscore 2.pcap. It is right here. Here you can see the file has been created. Now, if you want to open using Wireshark, so now what we can do, we can like download the file from here, exit, clear the screen, PSCP, try to article and IP of machine here, column, file like path where your file is saved, and test underscore not picking. Okay, so file is down. Now what we can do, we can open the file. So where's the files now? On desktop. So here you can see test to replicate. We can open it using version. And here you can see we have like around 113 packet exactly. Okay. And here you can see we have like some SSH packet. Okay, and some like etc. Okay. So this is how we can capture using TCP dump or T-shark. So basically TCP dump and T-shark both are like almost same, but TCP dump is like it is like pre-installed in any of the Linux server. That is why TCP dump is like more powerful than T-shark. It is like more faster than T-shark. Okay, but yeah, and T-shark is like in some cases you have to install T-shark in like Linux. So it's like it is not pre-installed in every case. But yeah, TCP dump is like pre-installed in each and every Linux system. Okay. There might be some
So
rare
is
case if it is like not
T-shirt is a
installed.
product of Wireshark?
Yeah. It is like the CLI version of Wireshark.
Okay.
But TCP dump is like another utility of like it is like independent utility, which is used for capturing the packet using like commands. But the commands for TCP dump and T-Shark like both are same. I think T-Shark is like no, we can say that TCP dump or T-Shark is like inspired from each other, like or any of one is like inspired from another. Okay, that is why we have like similar commands for T-Shark and TCP dump. Okay, is it clear? Any doubt here? Any doubt in any of these commands?
No, it's fine, but that day we learned that we can create the file. I mean, extension was pcap and another one is pcap-ng.
PKMG, yeah.
So if we, I mean, if we want to make a file with pcap-ng, then what I have to do here?
Just put PKMG in place of PKM.
Okay.
Like
So
here we are putting a PKM. Like whenever we are saving the file, here just put PKM ng. That's it. Oh, sorry. PKM ng. Like this. Okay. So this is how you can save using PKM ng or PKM.
okay. So only the difference I can see there are some, difference, maybe, some other differences are there, but apart from the count of packets, it is showing on timely manner for the teaser, but for the TCP dump, it is not showing anything. Whenever I am just closing the session, then only it is, showing that 115 packets has been captured and 0 packets are in queue and 0 packets, or 0 packets dropped by the kernel for the TCP.
Basically, that is not the fault of the TCP dump, I guess, because basically TCP dump and T-Shark both are same. That is the fault of my system. That is mainly depend on the system, like memory or speed. That is why what it is like. It is not the difference basically, because TCP dump and T-Shark both are same, and the difference you are like showing that TCP dump is not showing the number of packets I captured, But like if you try on different system, then maybe the TCP dump will show you. Okay, for example, here,
No,
let me
I also
this.
checked that, TCP dump doesn't show the count of the packets.
Okay. So let me try
So,
this in my machine in Linux.
sure. It never, show you that how many packets are getting captured.
Mhm. Actually, I never use. I hardly use TCP dump. Basically, we only use T-Shark or Wireshark in the
Okay.
enterprise mode.
Okay.
Basically,
But
this is a like issue
in
with
my
my machine.
environment, we always use TCP dump. So it's,
Okay.
sometimes it's required that, how many packets are getting captured or not. Because, sometimes in the troubleshooting call, the application team, wants to know how many packets are getting captured till now. And, after a few seconds, they also again asked us that, yeah, how many packets you can see that being.
Yeah, I understand.
But if I run the TCP dump, then until and unless I'm stopping the TCP dump, I could not see anything. How many packets have been captured and all.
Mhm.
But this is a good one, the TSA. So you are saying that TCP dump is a pre-installed tool for any kind of the Unix or Linux system, correct?
Yeah. Basically, like in the Debian based systems, like TCP dump is like pre-installed in every Debian based, like Kali, Parrot, like Ubuntu, Tails, OS, etc. And for the Red
Okay.
Hat, I guess it is installed. Okay, I'm not sure for the Red Hat, but if it is not installed, so you can easily like install TCP dump by applying one single command like apt-get installed and TCP dump. Same as in
Okay.
like for the Linux, for the Red Hat or Fedora, you can install and it TCP dump. Okay. So for the Debian, like it is like installing pre-installing each and every Linux for the Debian based.
So these are the two different platforms, Debian and Linux.
Sorry.
Actually, I am not much familiar with the Linux and Unix. So you said that we can run the different command for installing the TCP dump. The first one is apt.I install something, and another was is
Okay.
install TCP dump. So these two
Yeah.
commands are different for platform basis, like Debian use apt-get and Linux is always using yum install. That is some.
Right. Yeah. Basically, yeah, Debian is like a different. It is like a Linux is like a whole Linux is a kernel basically. It is not a operating system. Okay, so
Okay.
Linux and but the OS they are using the GNU OS. Oh, and here like we are making the changes in the as you can that Linux and GNU both are open source. Okay, so with this help we have like many distributions of Linux. We have like different distributions of Debian and we have different distributions of Red Hat. So Red Hat, Fedora, these are of Red Hat side. Okay, these are like for the enterprise level and Debian based are for like day-to-day task here. Inside Debian based, we have like multiple OS like Kali Linux, Parrot OS, Tails OS, and Ubuntu like this. So these are like they have like different distribution because of the open source Linux. As Linux is like open source and Linux is basically a kernel, not a OS. But yeah, by the integration of GNU and Linux, it becomes the like OS. Otherwise, without GNU, Linux is like only a kernel. But with the merging of GNU and Linux, it becomes a OS. And with this GNU and Linux, it becomes open source. And with this open source, many distributions are like launched in the market, which is according to the requirements. For example, Kali is especially for the cyber security for hacking. Okay, and Ubuntu is for for using like with a home like for the friendly Linux. If someone wants to use like normal Linux, then they can like use Ubuntu in place of Windows. Like there's like Windows Home, same as we have Ubuntu. Okay, and if someone wants to use for the enterprise level, they can use Red Hat Enterprise level OS. So these are the distributions for different purposes. That is why and the commands for these distributions are also different from one another.
Okay.
So
So
any doubt you want to ask?
no, it's fine. Thank you. Thanks for the information. So TCP dump is pre-installed for any kind of the, I mean, it's
Debian.
this is a Debian or the, the another one, but TCP dump is pre-installed.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So I will share you this file. You can try this inside your inside your system. You can practice, and if you have any doubt, if you stuck at any point, you can ping me anytime. Okay, and rest we will
Okay.
continue in the upcoming sessions in the next week. Okay.
Okay.
So
So,
in the
ma'am,
next week we will start the T-Shark and TCP dump in the commands of T-Shark and TCP dump. Yes.
okay. Okay, so you told that we will discuss regarding the areas which are
Oh
part.
yeah. I forget that. Yeah, I will share you that file also. And on Monday, we will discuss about the syllabus first. Okay.
Okay, okay, fine, no problem, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
So Monday at 9:15, right?
Yeah, 9:15.
Okay, okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.